Hi, I'm Jessica Rose. An American fleet is bought by a big Canadian carrier, Bison, and a new driver registration rule hopes to keep roads safer. These are the stories we're covering and more on this edition of the Trucker News Channel.
Hi, I'm Craig Maltman. With President Trump recently threatening to close the Mexico border, the ATA weighs in on what the cost would be to the public. Speaking of weighing in, we'll look at pre-pass way station bypass platform and see how it's expanding its tech offerings.
Hi, I'm Dave Compton. I get a chance to take a look at the new Peterbilt 579, and I also speak with Chrome Shop Mafia on what they see are the future trends in show trucking.
Canadian carrier Bison Transport has acquired Wisconsin-based H.O. Wolding, a 320 truck dry van fleet. Herbert Wolding founded the company in 1935, growing from a one-man milk route to a national dry van carrier operating across the continental U.S. The company has been run for almost 85 years by 4 generations of the Wolding family. Bison will add Wolding to its already expansive truckload, intermodal, LTL, fleet operations, and warehouse and distribution services. Financial details of the transaction have not been disclosed.
With President Trump threatening to close the Mexico border last week, the ATA's chief economist, Bob Costello, weighed in on the economic impact should the president actually end up following through on his threats. Now, Costello claims that every day trucks haul more than $1.1 billion worth of goods to and from the U.S.-Mexico border, racking up more than 25,000 truck crossings both ways every day on our southern border. And any serious disruption of economic activity between us and one of our closest trading partners would have serious impacts, resulting in up to $18 million a day in lost revenue on trucking. The end of last week, President Trump backed down a bit, saying Mexico had been a little more compliant in the recent days. Guess we're just going to have to wait and sit back and wait and see what the next move will be between the United States and Mexico at our border.
Hi, this is Dave Compton with the Trucker News Channel. I'm here with Wesley Slave and a Peterbilt. Wesley, we are in front of one fine-looking truck. Tell me a little bit about it.
So yeah, this is our Model 579 with our black exterior package. So we came to Mid-America, we wanted a truck that's kind of tricked out for this audience. And what we did is we took the crown of this truck and made it black versus our normal just crown, chromed crown. And then if you go to the wreck, we got our black exterior paint. We've painted every other feature on this truck black with a black effects. It gives it a nice kind of shine. It's got some glass fake in it. And then you've got the black aluminum wheels that are new to the industry. These are aluminum Durabright wheels, but they're Durablacked so that they get all the benefits of a lightweight aluminum wheel, but it's blacked out and just gives you that distinctive look.
Very cool. So it's absolutely a gorgeous truck. Tell me about what's underneath the hood and inside.
So underneath the hood, you're going to have a full PACCAR powertrain. So our MX-13 engine, it's going to have the PACCAR 12-speed automated transmission that's been wildly successful in the industry, and then a PACCAR rear axle as well. So full PACCAR all the way across is going to give you very lightweight, very high power, very efficient powertrain. And then inside the Ultraloft, we launched the Ultraloft last year, been extremely successful for us. It's going to have best-in-class interior features. So largest TV, 32-inch TV, largest microwave, largest sleeping quarters on the bottom, and if you get an upper bunk, largest wardrobe. If you're going to be on the road for a couple days, you need to be in a Peterbilt 579 Ultraloft. It's the way to live on the highway.
Absolutely. So one of our viewers out there, I'm sure probably a lot of our viewers out there are looking at this and saying, I want to be behind the wheel of one of these things. How do they find out more?
Well, if they're not here at the Mid-America Truck Show, if they are, come by and see us. If you're not, you can go to our website. You get all the information about all of our products there, but the 579 will be featured on the website as well. Or go to their local dealerships and they can get behind the wheel of one of these and test them out.
Thanks, Wesley.
Appreciate it.
All right, back to you in the studio.
Now from US Express, get an extra $12,000 your first year. That's an extra $1,000 every single month of your first year. But this offer is only available for a limited time, so apply to US Express right now.
Beginning in 2020, truckers who wish to change jobs will be required to register with the FMCSA's Commercial Drivers Licensed Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse as part of their background check process. The Clearinghouse is a secure federal database that provides real-time information about CDL, driver drug, and alcohol violations. The FMCSA says the changes will increase highway safety, making it harder for drivers to conceal drug and alcohol violations from their current or previous employers. Voluntary registration will begin October 2019.
Hi, this is Dave Compton with the Trucker News Channel. I'm here with Brian Martin from Chrome Shop Mafia. Welcome, Brian.
Hey, it's good to be here, man. What a crowd this year at Mid-America.
It is crazy. It's been full. I mean, I'm sure people are going to hear the background noise here. But hey, thanks for joining us. And, for those that don't know about Chrome Shop Mafia, give me the big picture about the company.
Well, I mean, it really goes back to our parent company, Four State Trucks. Been in business 40 years this year. 2019 is our big 40th. So a lot of history there. I've been on the scene since about 86, 87. We're all about truck parts. We started out kind of, I guess what we're famous for is 20 or 25 years, we were the chrome guys. Anything chrome, stainless, any kind of accessory for that truck, Four State Trucks was the place to go. It's going to be your bumpers, your fenders, your seats, your exhaust. As of lately, we've added our Best Fit collision line. So not only can you get your chrome and accessories, but now if you need a fuel tank, a radiator, a hood, you've had a little fender bender, we can supply that too. We got a big fabrication shop, nice full color catalog, good website. You can order 24/7. We can ship your parts right to your location. But really, it's anything truck parts, Four State Trucks. We're trying to cover you one way or another.
So how'd you get started in this whole crazy thing?
Well, as I said, Four State Trucks started in Joplin, 1979. It was kind of my great uncle and my dad. And at that time, believe it or not, they were an international dealership. You get up to about 84, 85 from, I'd like to say what I can remember, but what they tell me, the economy was horrid. Interest was 19, 20%. It was not a good time to be in trucking. So they opted to give the international franchise back. Well, that left us with this beautiful dealership facility. We still had the garage, the parts room, the sales lot. So we just started doing general truck repair. Located right on I-44, we started doing clutches, air conditioners, brake jobs, wheel seals, whatever the trucker needed to get back on the road. And in the course of doing that, we started kind of dabbling in salvage. We'd buy a truck with a blown engine or a truck that had been in a wreck. We'd start selling parts off of it. So now we're into truck repair, truck parts, and salvage. Did that for a good long while, and then we added chrome. And boy, when we started stocking the bumpers, the sun visors, the fenders, and the stacks, wow, at that location, exit number 4 in Joplin, the chrome customers really kicked in hard and just kind of drug us that direction. We still did the salvage and the truck repair, but chrome very quickly become our forte, which it was for the next 25 years.
Right, so chrome kind of blew up the whole thing then.
Yeah, it really kind of become what we were noted for and what people came to us for was the chrome and accessories.
Yeah. So, when you're doing customization, I'm sure you probably are on the cutting edge of seeing trends. What do you see these days?
Well, the big paint, the stainless, a lot of LED lights, that'll never go out of style. That's been a winning combination all through the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and up till now. Right now, really, the retro craze, like we're seeing on the old Dodge Chargers and the Camaros and Mustangs, people are applying that same retro, nostalgic theme to their Peterbilts, Kenworths, and Freightliners. So they're looking for the old school stripe jobs, the old school paint colors, a lot of the old visors and small bumpers, and the stacks with the heat shields and mufflers are actually coming back and being, in some cases, more trendy than the big 8-inch chrome pipes. So that nostalgic looks good, and then a lot of people are going heavy on the paint and light on the chrome. They're painting their sun visors, painting their fuel tanks, painting their front grills to match the truck. So a lot of stuff going on right now, but if I had to peg one as kind of the new hottest thing, I'm going to go with the retro look.
Very cool. So how do our viewers find out about you guys and get in touch?
The best way is fourstatetrucks.com. You can find us there, phone numbers, all the contact information. You can also get us on Facebook and Instagram as well. But yeah, check out the website. A lot of neat stuff there, the full product line there, and all of our contact info as well.
Very good. Thanks, Brian. All right, back to you in the studio.
For nearly a decade, the Women in Trucking Association has worked on breaking down roadblocks and encouraging the employment of women in the industry. David Compton recently had a chance to speak with the organization and hear more about their vision.
Hi, this is Dave Compton with the Trucker News Channel. I'm here with Ella Mboya with Women in Trucking. Happy to have you.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, pleasure. So, I've heard a lot about the organization, but I got to confess I really haven't delved deep and found out all the specifics. So give me a high-level view of what the organization does.
Sure. We're a nonprofit association with over 4,000 members, mostly in North America, but all over the world. 19% of our members are men. I'd like to say that we're not for women, we're about women. And so our mission is pretty simple. It's threefold: to encourage the employment of women in the trucking industry, to address obstacles, things that might keep women from either entering the industry or succeeding in the industry. And then the third part of our mission is to celebrate success of our members. So we honor the pioneers, whether they're drivers or whether they're women who own trucking companies or dealerships or women in logistics. We just want to highlight the women who have been successful in the transportation industry.
So I hear you have something special coming up tomorrow.
We do. We have our annual Salute to Women Behind the Wheel, and this is the 10th year that we've had a reception, and so we're very excited about it, and we honor female professional drivers. They can sign up at our booth. They get a red t-shirt. They'll come in, and we have a chocolate fountain, a butterscotch fountain. We'll have music, entertainment by Jane Denham. We have vendors there who will talk to them, our sponsors, and then we take our annual photo. So we take the photo of all the women in their red shirts, and you must have a CDL. You must be a female with a CDL. But it's really a great event for all these women to come and be honored for what they do, because they're all pioneers.
Very cool. Now, you guys also have an annual conference coming up.
We do. It's in September 30th to October 3rd in Dallas, Texas, and we call it our Accelerate Conference and Expo. And we're so excited because this is only our 5th year. And the first year we had 300 people, second year we had 400, third year 500. Last year we had 836, so we're anticipating close to 1,200 this year. We actually outgrew our venue and had to move into a bigger facility. We have a truck technology tour. The trucks will be inside showcasing technology. We have exhibitors. We have lots of speakers, and the speakers are all about empowering women in a non-traditional transportation environment. So the speakers talk about everything from negotiation skills to imposter syndrome and things like that. So it's good for men and women, but we get a lot of middle-level women who are coming to learn leadership skills. So I'm very excited, and it's going to be a great event.
So how do people get involved?
So they can find out about Women in Trucking at womenintrucking.org, and I encourage people to look at our website and join. And you can join as an individual or you can join as a corporate member. And so there's different rates depending on the size of your company and that sort of thing. But again, it's WOMENINTRUCKING.org.
Very good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Back to you in the studio.
Prepass, the technology company most widely known for their weigh station bypass products, is expanding their product offerings as connected semis are now becoming much more commonplace. Our own David Compton had a chance to catch up with Prepass and look at their vision for the future of mobility.
Hi, this is Dave Compton with the Trucker News Channel. I'm here with Kelly Fry from Prepass. Kelly, nice to have you.
Oh, thanks, Dave. I appreciate being here.
So, Kelly, I've heard you guys refer to yourself as a connected vehicle solution provider. What do you exactly mean by that?
Well, it's kind of funny. A lot of people know Prepass, Dave, because they think of us as a weigh scale bypass solution. But we started about 20 years ago, and we have the largest collection of heavy vehicles on the market that are connected to infrastructure. So when you think of the future of autonomous vehicles, we think of vehicle to infrastructure connectivity, and Prepass really is that provider today.
Very cool. So where do you guys see yourself as far as scale inspections going over time, and what should carriers and drivers be thinking about when it comes to the future of technology?
Yeah, I think if you think of weigh scale bypass, if you know anything about it, it's something that there's a transponder in the window of the vehicle. That transponder uses RFID technology to communicate to the weigh scale, lets the officer know that you're a good actor and you should be able to go by. Well, we've already also rolled out a wireless solution that just works on a cell phone or a tablet. So we know there's going to be more weigh scale bypass technology coming. We're the leader in that in terms of innovation. But we also know that more and more vehicles are going to be needed to be inspected. And the reason for that is as we get alternative fuel vehicles, so we got natural gas, we've got electric, what's going to happen is the amount of fuel tax that's coming to the state governments as a result of diesel fuel it's going to start to diminish. They're going to need to get their tax receipts somewhere else. So we know they're going to increase the volume of vehicles that are going to need to be inspected because state agencies want to make money. That's the way they do it. And so we know there's going to be more technology, more inspections, and it's going to be a lot more flexible how we get our waste scale bypasses.
I see. So we're seeing a lot more push towards alternative fuels and electric vehicles. Do you have any opinions on tax and tolling?
Yeah, definitely. So as I referred to there with regard to the electric vehicles, alternative vehicles, as that tax base goes down from diesel fuel and fossil fuels, we're going to have to see other types of tolling and tax collected. So you're already starting to see things in Europe, as an example, where we can see congestion tolling. We see urban tolling, where all of a sudden now you have to pay a toll to get into the city center. Well, you can imagine in the not too distant future, to offset those decreased fuel taxes and road taxes that are needed to support infrastructure, the agencies are going to look, and the states are going to look for other ways to generate money. So we'll start to see things like congestion tolling, city center, urban tolling, etc.
I see. So where do you see waste scale inspections going over time, and what should carriers and drivers be thinking about when it comes to the future of technology?
Yeah, I referred earlier to RFID technology. I referred to mobile technology using a cell phone. We've also got the emergence of something called DSRC, dedicated short range communication. So as we get into the connected vehicle space, virtually you can imagine 2 to 5 years, every vehicle on the road will probably be connected with GPS, either using DSRC, using RFID, using cellular. So what we want to do is take advantage of that connectivity to offer more services to keep trucks safer, to help them be more efficient on the road, reduce fuel economy, and also help the motoring public be safer.
Very cool. Thanks for joining us.
Excellent. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
All right, back to you in the studio.
If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to click the little red subscribe button below. You can also go to thetrucker.com to read the latest breaking news stories. That's all for this edition. On behalf of David Compton, Craig Maltman, and myself, Jessica Rose, and everyone here at the Trucker News Channel, thanks for watching.